Hello, good people. Welcome to our show. Hello, bad people. Welcome to our show. Hello, anybody who wanna learn more about local SEO. Welcome, because today we are going to discuss a lot about that, how to adapt, because many things are changing fast. But it doesn't mean that you need to change everything to break old rules, to set up new rules. Probably you can find the mix between them, so we can figure out with Shannon Kinney. How are you?
Hi, great. Thank you. And you?
Yeah, doing great, doing great. Looking forward to this podcast. I know about your experience in local SEO. For me, it's very important to learn something new and think how I can adapt to strategies that I have. Because I can see different opinions. I speak with different experts. Someone can say nothing should be changed. Someone can say no, you need to change everything. So I'm in the middle. To be honest, I'm in the middle because I don't think that nothing should be. I mean, like, of course you need to adapt, you need to change something, you need to think differently, but it doesn't mean that you need to break everything what you have. And I also see when people get unfocused. For example, someone can share case study about Reddit, how to get results there, how it can help with SEO, and everyone is going to Reddit and can fail with old strategies, with new strategies, because it takes time to acquire new skills, to with patience, practice, experience, and it's tough to beat someone who is good in one specific field. For example, on
Right.
Reddit. Shannon, before we start, just tell me about yourself, experience, background, about your company, how you're different, and how you can help customers to get results today.
Sure. So I founded Dream Local Digital 17 years ago because I had worked for large companies like Google, and I wanted to try to bring the power of all of that marketing to smaller businesses. So over the course of the 17 years, we've helped 90,000 plus businesses across North America to really understand how they can be more effective in their marketing. And SEO is a great area of our focus. We also do social, email, websites, paid ads, like anything anybody needs to be successful.
Ooh, we can discuss about these topics as well. I have a bunch of questions, so be ready to bring value to my audience, because they
Sure.
are so picky. They need value all the time. I need to find the way how to bring this value
I
to
get
customers.
it.
Okay, Jenna, let's start with geo. I know some experts can say, no, it's not geo, it's still ASIO. Just don't mess with terminology that we have. Someone can say, no SEO anymore. We have geo. You need to optimize for AI search today. So I think, yeah, as I mentioned, I'm in the middle. But can you tell about local SEO? So it's the same rule or framework of work that you have, or you change something there?
No, we use a lot of the same foundation. To your point, there are certain aspects that you keep the same. I can say, I think now, particularly with the growth of AI, that we are also just using a lot of content to fuel geo and AI, AIO and SEO at the same time. So it's really important to make sure that you have the foundational elements prepared for geo. And I think most businesses overlook their Google business profile, which is one of the biggest drivers of geo and local SEO. We update content in all of our clients' Google business profile every single week and optimize that content for geo as well. So I think, making sure that you have some of those foundational elements in place is really smart.
Okay, Shannon, can you tell where to start? You mentioned about Google business profile. I know it's very important, especially for local SEO. But can you tell, for example, if someone started a business, where to start, where to pay more attention? Because, when I check out checklist, a lot of things to do, but where actually we need to start?
It's so overwhelming for small businesses to know where to start. And Google business profile is step one. Claiming that profile and optimizing it. We actually have a free guide we send people because we're like, we can do it for you or you can do it, but this has to be done as step one. So many people skip it and then want to come to SEO firms or SEO tools. And all of those are great. But if your Google business profile, that foundation isn't optimized and updated regularly, then everything else is less effective, so to me, that's really step one.
Yeah, nice. Okay, Shannon, if I open SEMrush or Moz or any other tool like Hrefs, we have many great tools. I can find like a huge list of keywords, a lot of keywords. And I made a study, we analyze which metrics customers pay more attention. And my big surprise was volume. Volume is the most popular metric among 20 countries. Only no one country, China. In China, volume is not the most popular, but I don't know how they can measure volume with their symbols, so it's quite different. But in 19 countries, everyone can watch volume. If I open, let's imagine Ahrefs, I need plumbing services Miami, for example. So I can find a bunch of keywords, a bunch of ideas where to start, and it can confuse. Can you tell how to prioritize, how to choose the right things, and what do you think about volume?
Yeah, I mean, I find that to be counterintuitive as well. So I totally understand why you were surprised by that. For us, we really try to understand the client and what target audience they are trying to attract and what are the motivations of that audience. What are some of the top things they're going to search for? Because those tools do give you so many keyword options, and we try to prioritize by either what we're seeing get the most searches. Like, obviously that's an obvious priority ranking strategy, but the other one is we really try to get in the head of the searcher and what are they going to be searching for, and then tailoring content specifically for that, so we rank with authority and credibility on that particular keyword, just versus stuffing it in the content of the website, right? So for us, it's trying to figure out where they want to be an authority or credible source, and that they have actual tools that if somebody gets to their website, they don't bounce right out. Like, that's where we tend to prioritize.
Nice. And let's talk about geo. What I can see, even Google can confirm that people started to change behavior. So basically, they use keywords because Google couldn't recognize real questions for a long time. But for now, with AI mode, AI overview, ChatGPT, all these models, it's not hard job. So basically, for now, people can ask real questions and get real answers on Google. So, and I know some experts, even before ChatGPT, started to use topical research instead of keywords. And
Yes.
they can say, no, you don't need keywords. Just find topics, optimize for them. Google can recognize that. So today, I see it's more popular. What do you think? Do we still need to use keyword research from your perspective, or it's better to switch to topical research?
We're doing a mix because we meet with Google every month. We're a direct partner with Google. They're still saying keywords are important and a big part of the algorithm. But now that Gemini is built right in and Gemini is giving top search results from AI, topical is starting to work better because people can put in a lot more detailed questions to get answers now than they used to be able to. And so I really think AI is fueling answer engine, or, allowing people to say more. So for us, we're doing a mix of both. We're making sure that we're optimized for the top priority keywords throughout the site. And then also that we have key elements of the site that perform really well on the high priority topical queries.
And what do you think about high volume keywords or top funnel? Because to be honest, I don't like the strategy. I think like we can optimize for a bottom funnel, but some experts can say no, you need for topical authority. When you have topical authority, when Google can recognize that you share value in everything related to your business model, it can help. What do you think about that?
Right. So Google's algorithm is always going to favor relevance over volume. So it depends on for us, it depends on the industry. Am I, working with a client that's like got casting a very wide net, like consulting, for example, or SaaS tools, for them, they may need more keywords because they have a lot of different ways people may try to find them. generally speaking, we are working to goose the algorithm for relevance. Relevance, authority, credibility are the pieces that we're thinking about, and that overrides volume for us, unless, like, depending on the client and the industry. So if let's say I was working with a law firm that had 20 different areas of practice, obviously for them, they're going to need strong keyword strategies around every single area of practice. But I also need to make sure they are very relevant, that their relevancy rankings are high in all 20, or at least starting with the high priority one and working my way down. So firms that have a lot of different options like that, or e-commerce where they cover a lot of different products, it's going to be higher volume. But for a lot of businesses, we're really going to focus in on relevancy ranking.
Okay, yeah, I like it. Shannon, let's talk about adapting. I mean, like the right way how to adapt to whatever happens, because things are changing fast, very fast. I'm not sure that it's possible for human being to recognize all these updates. I didn't do before AI today. I mean, like according to data, 50% of all the results are changing each month. Sometimes I can ask the same question and get two different results in a moment. So it's well personalized. So can you recommend how to adapt today? How, I mean, like to have focus on the foundation and probably slide adapt, or probably to change everything? What do you think?
Yeah, for those of us who are in digital marketing, it's just changing at such a rapid clip. And it has been, my team at Dream Local will constantly feel like, oh, we finally got something and it's changed. The algorithm has changed. It's constantly changing. So none of us are bored, that's for sure. But I'd say when it comes to adapting, rather than chasing the shiny new thing, the biggest thing businesses can do is really keep their finger on the pulse of what their customers want, what's working with their customers, what problems they're solving for customers. And that sounds so foundational and basic, but as AI became a bigger and bigger part of Google search, we were able to adapt to that so quickly with clients that could say, well, these are the motivating drivers of my customers, or this is what we're hearing, or here's some social proof, or here's some reviews, and what our clients are saying, because then we were able to make them a trustworthy, credible source and increase relevancy ranking in the right areas. So I'd say that, it's important to stay up to date. Google's algorithm, while it feels like it's changing all the time, it's really pretty much quarterly. And so we just set time aside to make sure that we are, fully in touch with what those algorithm changes are, and then stay creating content that is relevant to the customer and creating keyword strategies that are relevant to the customer. And that seems to keep us ahead of the game.
Yeah, nice. Shannon, okay, let's talk more about creating this content, because I mean, like for many years Google said you need to create high quality content, super high quality valuable content. And after when ChatGPT was released, many experts say no, AI can't compete with humans, it's impossible for this tool create quality, humans always will beat this tool. But that was version 3.5. Today we have 5.2. We have Gemini 3.0, Claude 4.5. These models are great. And I know some experts can admit the AI can write much better than human beings. Because, I mean, like, I can't write in 1,000 styles. I don't know how to write in 1,000 styles. So I can write only in my style. But I can feed data, write data, and generate great content. But I'm surprised. Many experts don't believe on that. And still write manually, still believe a human written content can beat AI generated content. Even they use AI detectors. I used in the beginning as well. Then I stopped. And to be honest, I get much better results with AI generated content. Much better results. But it doesn't mean that I can, for example, if I take any topic like, let's imagine weight loss. If I go to ChatGPT and ask, please generate me an article, I fail. Because I just ask generic prompts, nothing special, because I'm not an expert. I lost my weight. I remember I did it, but that was like my personal experience. I can't teach others. If I do it about SEO or digital marketing, I can, because I'm working on this niche. I can ask the right prompts. I can edit results. I can lead the chat in the right way. So, your opinion about AI generated content?
Yeah. So I would say that it's important to understand and embrace AI. But all AI, I think of AI as an eager sales assistant or writing assistant. It's an intern in my office that if I expect it to perform well, I have to train it a lot. And when pieces come out, I need to give it good feedback so it can be better at it next time. And I think people who consider it like an intern and train it and work with it are much more successful, because I think the biggest issue is humans and our creativity, our understanding of our companies and what our customers want is unmatched, but we aren't consistent. And we aren't always able to be creative and have the keywords in there. So we have an entire AI practice at Dream Local Digital that helps businesses. We set it up for them and we train the heck out of it on their unique selling proposition, on their pain points of their target audience, on who their target audience is, on topics they should be authorities on. And then we use a combination of humans and AI to make sure that we are creating the most useful resources and content that then also feed the beast of the search engines at the same time.
Yeah, that's nice. And can you tell more about your process? I mean, like how you guide your team, or how you can guide your customers to create this quality content by using AI?
Yeah. So we interview the client first and we get to know all kinds of things about their business, even not just the data about the business, but why did you start the business? What do you want your legacy to be? What are the nonprofits you support and why? Why do you serve the customers you do? So it's a pretty intense interview process. And then we take marketing basics, like what are the pain points that we solve for customers, priority ranked? What are the keywords we're seeing in our analysis for SEO? What are the top search keywords in this industry? And we train AI on all of it. And that's so much more than just uploading documents. It's uploading, querying, telling it what it needs to know about it. So it's a intense process. But once we go through that, then when we say, write a Google business profile post that sounds like it's from my diary, but keyword optimized, and I want to say these things to my target audience, then content starts coming out that is a lot more like the client. And we also upload a lot of past content that was created. So brochures, presentations, past social media posts that had high engagement. And then the tool starts behaving in a way that allows the human element to be creative versus grammar correcting or voice correcting, which isn't the best use of a person's time. A person should be really like making this thing sing and pop. But AI does a lot of the foundational work if it's properly trained.
Oh, nice. Love it. Shannon, okay. I want to ask about updating content. So, you can train AI, your team, customers, how to create high quality content. But according to data, AI search can prefer fresh content. So basically, when it's updated, and it's a big issue. It's a real big issue, even considering my website. So basically, I wrote a bunch of articles, and then I started to update them. I got it. No way, I don't have resources and time to update all these articles. So I removed many articles that I'm not going to update, and we developed a tool. That can what this tool can do. Basically, it extracts your existing content, learns competitors' gaps, learns user intent, and in one click you can regenerate the entire content. What I found, if you create new content with AI without having data from previous posts, it doesn't bring value. It's tough to bring value because you need to lead AI, you need to explain better. But if you have your existing content, and if you ask AI, please just analyze competitors' gaps, find user intent, my gaps, flaws, anything like that, and please regenerate. And what it does the entire content, including text, design, development, everything. You just copy code and put to WordPress or any other CMS. So can you tell your opinion about how it's important today to update existing content?
Yeah, it's wonderful that you have a tool that is that efficient at doing it. It is important to update content, and we typically will look at our traffic and see where are the high priority ones, like where are we getting the most activity, the most results around those pieces, and we're updating them. Sometimes it's with new data, to your point, but right now we're also sometimes updating them in ways to make it easier for AI to parse, especially for content that was created, prior to Gemini, particularly being woven into Google search, for example. So we're updating them. We're looking for authoritative and really well-researched information and then organized in a way that's easy to parse out. But to your point, it is important. I can say though, if there's a piece of content that the headline in particular is exactly what people search, it's going to keep performing no matter what, right? Like we have one client that the headline is, how much does a pool cost? That thing has been performing for years and it continues to perform. So updating content is really important, particularly in high quality areas, but also writing really search-driven content that answers a person's question well will keep performing well.
Nice. Okay. You mentioned in the beginning that you can help with non-SEO methods. Oops. It looks like Shannon dropped this call. Probably she can get back. But anyway, I'll wait when Shannon can get back and tell more about our tool if you want. So basically, for now, if you open yourmiss.com, you can put your website, scan the entire website to make website audit, and update content in just one click. It's very simple, it's very effective, and it can bring a lot of results. So you can try it for free. Just put your website and get results. It works well. Also, guys, what I can say about SEO today, about geo or anything like that, how to adapt, the biggest thing what you can do, focus. It's very important to focus. I see when companies are trying to do many things, they can't get results. It's really tough. But if you focus in one specific direction, you can get great results. For example, if you read case studies when someone got great success on Reddit or email marketing or video, it doesn't matter. So you need to focus on your strong side. You need to bring value in your strong side and have patience. With patience, you can bring results. You can get great results, and it works well. So we got Shannon back.
I'm so sorry. I don't know what happened there.
No worries. It happened. It's technology. I got the same issue with StreamYard. Sometimes it happens, but no worries. I know about that. Okay. Shannon, I want to ask about one important thing. You mentioned at the beginning of this podcast that you use email marketing, social media, paid marketing, and I think it's very important, especially today when we have search everywhere optimization. Someone can call SEO search engine optimization, but many experts can say search everywhere optimization. I didn't do this for a long time, but the last time I started to pay more attention on that. For example, we grew traffic, we grew ranking positions for one specific project three times, but traffic dropped 3 times as well. Because of AI mode, AI overview. And what we did, we started to search for different channels. For example, one channel that we started to use, email marketing. Basically, I got 4 emails from Neil Patel. Basically, I don't think he wrote these emails, but Neil Patel Digital, someone from this team, wrote these messages, and they propose great speakers who can speak on this podcast. Real great experts. I love this experience. And what they found on these emails, they all these emails were not written by human. That was I can call it like AI personalization, because not cold outreach, not human written, but AI personalization. Some I can't say that that was perfect. It's like 7 to 10, because AI didn't listen to this podcast. I'm pretty sure about that. So, but on this email, I got, wow, I can listen to your podcast. Okay, I don't care about that. I care about value. If people can bring value, why not? So I always accept them. But anyway, what do you think about AI personalization today? Do you use these methods, and how you can win in email marketing?
Yeah, so email can be a very powerful channel for businesses, and particularly if they have built quality lists, not quantity, quality lists. Email can be a very high brand awareness builder, a very high converter to sales. So it can perform really well at every area of the funnel. To your point, I'm less of a fan of high volume cold outreach. It's the first thing that's getting filtered out in spam filters on every email client. It can hurt your email deliverability rate and hurt your domain ranking with SEO. There's a lot of reasons that just completely automated cold anything is less effective. It also doesn't take a lot of work. So you could argue that it didn't take much effort, so let's try. But we find it can be more damaging to SEO and domain authority than it's really worth when we're doing it. So if I have a client that does not have a list or really wants to leverage email, then we will create content of high value, like lead magnets, and then use paid advertising to drive traffic to an offer to download something and give their email address, to build lists for them. Or we may use AI to find very targeted lists. Perplexity is really good at that. Find me decision makers in this kind of manufacturing in this city, for example. And then we might do personalized outreach to try to build a list. But I'm not a big fan of cold automated outreach.
Yeah. So you use Perplexity like Apollo, or like to find the real decision makers, their contact data, and use it, correct?
Yes, Perplexity has a lot of great data in it, including ZoomInfo data. Sorry.
Yeah, I love
ZoomInfo data that is terrific to make lists of businesses. And so that's one that I really like for that particular way. Or if you've purchased a list, for example, or you have proprietary data that you want to use, Notebook LM is an AI tool from Google that doesn't use a large language model. It will only search the data you ask it to. So it's a private experience where you can upload data without it feeling like you're sharing it with the rest of the world, to try to work down a list and find, which ones of these have the highest potential for what I'm trying to accomplish at this time.
Yeah, I need to test it out, because we test a lot with email, and we started to use, as Neil Patel Digital can do. So basically, we personalized 10,000 emails by using Claude. We paid $20 for 10,000 recipients to personalize these messages, but I can't say that we got great success with that. We just testing. Probably people can still feel it's AI.
Yes, they really can, and I find that, well, it depends on the business, but for a lot of businesses right now, the way people purchase, they really want trust. Right? They're looking for social proof. It's why things like reviews still matter so much. And when you have a consumer or potential customer or client that values trust, cold outreach just erodes it completely, I think. Whether it's email, whether it's direct messages on LinkedIn, there's a lot of companies doing it, and I wish them the best, but I don't find it to be an effective marketing strategy.
Yeah, but I know some email experts, big names who just focus on this specific direction and they have good results. I mean, like if you 100% focus on one direction, you can get success. So I recommend to anyone, just focus.
Absolutely. And they've probably really thought through deliverability, domain authority, and making sure that it's going to benefit the client, not hurt the client. But for the average business that starts trying to do cold outreach, like they don't even realize they could just destroy their SEO or their email deliverability by doing it. So experts, I'm sure, that focus in that area can be much more qualified.
I know some hacks that we use. We basically register similar domains and send from them. So
right, exactly.
Okay, Shannon, let's talk about social media. Okay, what we've done the last time, we started to film a lot of shorts and reels. And to be honest, I didn't expect to get great results, but we got them. And the biggest surprise was Facebook. Basically, we have one trading niche, finance, very competitive, and we filmed a lot of videos. We used AI to generate these videos, but we repurposed all these videos on all social media everywhere. And we expected to get great results on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. But when we got over a million views weekly on Facebook, that was a bigger surprise. I can assume that I remember when in 2016, when Facebook changed the policy to share more content from family members, I don't know, friends, but today when Facebook launched Reels, they don't have enough content. So demand is much higher than they have content. That is why they give this organic reach. So, and we got real great results on Facebook. Just repurpose, even without any pushing, without even trying to market this, we just repurpose, and that were great. So can you tell your hacks on social media?
Yeah, so we have been, social media has been our core offering since we started 17 years ago, and it has changed a lot. And each platform has evolved in really interesting ways. And to your point, Facebook is still a powerhouse for businesses that aren't B2B because of its targeting capability. It has the broadest reach in specific target areas. So if you know who your target audience is, you can get very high results on Facebook because it allows you to target by interest, by income, by lifestyle, by whether or not they respond to mobile or desktop. Like there's so many target options with Facebook. It's by far the most superior in that area. And so if you've got content that appeals to your audience, and if you're using short form video, it's going to perform really well. You're also on a platform where the majority of users aren't creating short form video. And so what happens is it's got a great audience, but it's not as crowded for that content type. And so that is another reason that it performs really well on Facebook. It's trying to get more and more users to create short form video. And so it's prioritizing it in the algorithm. And so congratulations on your terrific results. I also see great results with YouTube Shorts, depending on the target audience, right? Like video performs better across the board for everybody, even LinkedIn. But YouTube Shorts and Facebook are starting to really become high performers in that area. TikTok is strong if you've built an audience. Like a lot of my clients, I say, you know what, we've got to post 50 things before anything's really going to start working. But also you really have to have a mindset that is TikTok first for it to work really well, I think. And that's not something that every business should be spending their time on. For some, it's fantastic. But Facebook, it's easier to create. To your point, you found an easy way to do it. And you can get pretty great results quickly.
Yeah. And I have my final question, but very important question for my audience in something that I'm really terrible. So basically, I'm terrible with forecast. I failed to forecast American president. I failed. So
Yeah.
I failed with to forecast. I remember like 10 years ago, one of my friends came to me and asked, "Do you want to buy future money, Bitcoin? Take it like 1,000." I replied, "No, no, no. I don't know what is it." He told, "It's a future money. It will cost a lot." I denied. He told, "Okay, take just 100 Bitcoins." I replied, I don't want even take one because I
That's
didn't
okay.
know
You're
what
not
is
an
it.
early adopter. That's not a problem.
Yeah, I know. But anyway, so I think I'm good to adapt to whatever happens. I can't create ChatGPT, Google, but whatever happens, I just adapt. I'm on the second stage. And for me, it's very important to become an early adopter to anything what happened. So, but anyway, Shannon, I keep forecasting. I keep doing that, even when I fail. So I want to ask you, uh, for businesses that want to play long games, to think about the future, not to find a way how to manipulate. I don't know even if it works today to manipulate or find short things that can cheat the system, because I don't know how to become an Instagram star in one day. It also takes time. Mr. Beast spent 7 years just to get first recognition on YouTube. It's everywhere. It doesn't matter. Paid marketing, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube. It takes time to
It sure
find the
does.
way how to win in SEO, Geo. But that is why we need to play this long games. I mean, like to create a strategy, not probably, yeah, we can create short strategy, medium, but even long strategies if we want to win in the future. So, Shannon, can you predict your future, how you see this future? It's still important to do SEO, and I mean, like how to create this long strategy.
Yeah. This is going to sound fundamental. But I think businesses need to become really adept at storytelling and really knowing their target audience. Because AI and understanding how to leverage AI and what it means to them in their business, because that is going to become a bigger and bigger and bigger piece for people. It also means that a lot of high volumes of generic content are going to continue to flood the marketplace. And so what will happen is it's going to become more and more important for a business to know how to stand out. And the way to stand out, both with a consumer directly or with a search engine, is to be highly relevant to the person that you're trying to find, right? And that is trying to find you. And so for us, we recognize that tools come and go, algorithms change, although relevancy will always be a key part of any algorithm, of social, of search, of a person trying to solve a problem. And so understanding those fundamentals really well matter. We have a lot of clients that only want to do promos. Like, we have a 50% off sale. And it's going to be harder and harder for that kind of content to stand out without being able to relate it to either a story of the customer and the customer's journey and how you surprise and delight your customers, or why you do what you do and how you do what you do. Like, those key elements aren't changing, but the tools we use are.
Awesome. Shannon, it's a big pleasure to get on my show, to learn from you. I love this experience. So fun, valuable. Tell the best way how to keep learning from you, how to reach out to you, how to follow you.
So if you want to connect with me personally, go to shannonkinney.com. You'll find me, all my social links, and my company is dreamlocaldigital.com.
Awesome. Guys, you can find the link in the description below. I recommend to anyone to follow Shannon, because you can see a lot of value. Our industry is going really fast, changing. You need to adapt. You need to find a way how to adapt. You need to learn, and the most important element, execute. You can learn everything, but if you don't implement, if you don't try things, if you don't fail many times, as I usually do all the time, every single day I can fail, but I can learn what and find the way what actually can work for me. So that is why I recommend to anyone to follow Shannon, open her website, and if you reach out and want to cooperate with Shannon, just let her know that you found her on this podcast. Thank you, guys. See you.